Ku nkomerero ya wiiki ewedde abasawo mu ddwaliro ekkulu erye Mbarara lwe baasibula Omwana Samuel Akamumpa ow'emyaka 9 oluvannyuma lw'okumulongoosaamu empiso eziwera 5. Okulongoosa kuno okusinziira ku basawo e Mulago tekwali kwa mulundi gumu era nga kwatwalanga essaawa eziwera.
Knew that you can easily miss a foreign body since they were scattered along the whole length of the intestines, and we were using, of course, the magnet to retrieve most of them. We got 50 needles. The pieces, I can't remember, the small pieces of broken in cover, the broken beak, that plastic. This particular thing there, this plastic thing. This is a big pen. So this outer shell that covers the inner part that has the ink, it was the one that was broken in 2 pieces.
Okusinziira ku basawo, empiso zino zaali zimaze akabanga mu lubuto lw'omwana ono.
It will hurt you. You don't just rush. You don't push your hand in the center of intestines and start playing around with them. You need to be extra careful and examining inch by an inch. 2, some had stayed for so long, and by the time they are in the center of the large gut, it is probably in the center of well-formed stool. It is not something you just examine on the surface and get. You find that it is in the center of the stool. If you are using your hand, you're just touching and creating pressure. You need to take time to look for this small needle in the center of the stool. In every attempt to touch the intestines and feel whether your hands can localize this needle, occasionally again you would localize the piece of this big pen. You first stop there, pause, take time, understand what is this. Bring your magnet. Does it move it or doesn't? If it doesn't move it, probably that's not a metal, it is something else. However, it is hard to your hands, that means it needs to come out.
Akamumpa mu kiseera kino ali wa ssengaawe asangibwa erye byali ekisangibwa mu ggombolola y'e Kasenshero mu disitulikiti y'e Mitooma. Ono atubulidde ku ngeri gy'azzaamiramu empiso zino nga mukakitaawe amugamba nti ddagala. Kitaawe w'omwana ono Simon Twinomugisha ng'emirimu gye agikolera Kampala agamba nti mutabani we amaze kumpi emyezi 7 ng'akaaba olubuto.
Naafayo n'asindika sente z'okumuraguza oyo muno nga bamutwara omu irwariro bamuraguza oburwire bwayanga kukira namwohereza omurindi bamuraguza oburwire sitiru bwayanga kukira bafayo munonga sisita wanje yafayo munonga yagezaho yamutwara omu irwariro erindi yantwara oburwire babukwata basanga aine empitirizo omunda basanga aine empitirizo omunda okumwongezayo bakamurwitwaringa bakamutwara Mbarara. So Mbarara niho bamusemeriize bakabasa kuziyamu empitirizo ezo konka good chance ebiireho omwana akizire twagaruka omu maka gaitu.
Twinomugisha atenderezza omulimu ogwakoleddwa abasawo okulaba nga mutabani we ayambibwa.
Ate essaaha egi muhondo omu maka gange konka ntusiima abasawo abatuyambire kutambira omwana ogu. Omwana hati ntureeba hariyo nagira amagara marungi.
We want as a hospital to make a follow-up and make sure that really this child holistically improves. We want that this pain he has had for 8 months, the loss of appetite, significant loss of weight, that continuous passage of black stool and so on, would wish it to go, but also the parents, the caretakers, needed to be counseled, and even the child. We are involving the specialists, the psychiatrists in the charge of children. We do believe that eventually psychologically, this child will pull out of this torture he has gone through.
Wiiki ewedde poliisi yakwata omukazi Juliet Tushaboomwe agambibwa okuba nti yatuusa omwana ono ku kyokya.